I'm gonna tell you a story, but the first thing you have to understand is time does not work the way you think it does. You can call me Oracle because I'm the one who's talking to you. Welcome to the cult. So, we're going to be continuing both with talking about the Trufe and with Wyrd contracts. Whew, Jesus. So, this is me doing a twofer, so to speak, figuratively and literally, with the second and third clauses of the Wyrd contracts. Now, I use my mantra to Austriati this particular feather to make it into a weapon that I am now blemishing. However, fun fact about commercially dyed feathers. They are pretty universally turkey feathers. Turkeys, although they don't have great sight at night, have excellent vision in general. Alright, so I'll let those cool down a little bit. Actually, wow. You know what this is? This is like old school magic. You know why it's old school magic? Because, like, smearing stuff on your eyelids after you burn it, that's like, that is some of the oldest school witchcraft ever. Alright, now, to explain, so, by basically, like, burning that feather after it had been made into a weapon, I'm effectively re-engaging the Daunting Force clause again. And by blemishing it, I am destroying it completely. That's one heck of a way to do that. Now, I may be in trouble for double dipping, but the point is to more or less, like, by re-engaging the second clause to basically, like, kick the third clause into, like, high drive. That's mainly the purpose of it, to be honest. So nothing hidden. After burning the feather of a keen-sighted bird and levigating the ashes on his eyelids, the changeling can see the presence of the supernatural more clearly. Samakarati and Babakarati, Pindikarati, Vidyadayabo, Prasadayadi, Agnandate. Associate with, insinuate yourself into, identify with, become a supernatural being, reduce to order, consume with fire. Samakarati and Babakarati, Pindikarati, Bratakandate, Prasadayati, Abambushkari. So, because nothing's hidden, after that point at least, in theory, associate with, insinuate yourself into, identify with, accomplish a vow, because, feather burned, eyes levigated, yeah, vow accomplished. Reduced order, disrobe. Nothing shall be hidden from me now, so saith the Wyrd. Alright, now that's done. Right. More on True Fae. Forms of the Gentry. The Fae are limitless beings, but it seems that they must restrict their powers to meaningfully interact. They're a lot like primordials that way. They're not the same as primordials that way, because primordials operate on a whole different level. But, like, they're a lot like primordials that way. Especially if they're actually primordial Fae. Because then they're operating at both the Fae level and the primordial level, which is actually kind of aggravating. But anyway, despite what most angels... so, the Fae are limitless beings, but it seems that they must restrict their powers to meaningfully interact with others. Because otherwise, the interaction isn't anything close to meaningful. Despite what most changelings believe, the true Fae are not simply powerful creatures that you can stab and kill. That does not work that way. That does not work that way with dreams, for example, and they're essentially like dream beings. So, like, what are you gonna do with that? You can't like stab and kill a dream, unless you're dreaming. That's a whole different situation, though. They're being and it's like they'd be very, very silly as Fae to like actually try to like literally get you into a situation where like you have the ability to like stab them in your own dream. That'd be so bad for them. Because, like, that's it's your dream. Like, they have a lot of power in the dream, but, like, if it's your dream, it's your dream. They're being given power over aspects of the weird. Their names and titles allow them to take on a plethora of shapes and forms. While even the weakest gentry have tremendous power, there are still limits to their manifestations. A true Fae can only commit a title to one form at a time. For example, a fairy with 3 titles can appear as 3 different forms simultaneously. Of these forms, there are the following. Actor, the most common shape that a changeling sees a kindly one is. The Nato, or the actor, is the sentient avatar of a given true Fae, given a title, using a title or name to grant himself attributes and power over certain elements and concepts. It is used most often when attempting to converse with others, or hunting in the hedges in mortal realm. The gentry can put as many titles into their actor as they desire, but only have one actor out at a time. If the actor is killed, the title is destroyed. So, like, that's a dangerous thing to do. It's just a dangerous thing to do for them. It's incredibly useful. It's incredibly useful, which is actually part of why it's so dangerous. Prop, a sneaker form to take. It's interesting. Actor and prop are both, like, realms of cantrips in Changeling's Dreaming, as opposed to what, like various, like, actual forms of True Fae in Changeling Lost. Prop, a sneaker form to take. The true Fae can take the form of an object in character with the title it is created from. This is usually used to spy on slaves with a given form of in a given entry domain, or enhance the powers of an actor, be it the owners or an ally kindly folk. Props are almost indestructible and can resist every form of damage, but they always have a single weakness. Realm. Under this form, the gentry becomes a location within its domain in Arcadia, though there are always telltale signs of the place being one of the kindly folk. Reflected in this title is used to create it. When they choose to manifest as realms built from their thoughts, they can support civilizations, ecosystems, and myth cycles spun from the title and weird energies. And the thing is, like, that is something that, when I was talking about, like, primordials and Fae being very similar, like Theion. Like, Theion, the Empyrean Chaos, has a Margotmon, or a subsoul, of Malpheus, the Akuma Nagata, the Demon City. And so that is like a realm that is a subsoul of Theion. And like Zareni, the Silver Forest, like its entire existence is being a realm, essentially. It's pretty neat, honestly. And that makes sense in the way that like primordials and Fae often have a lot of similarities. The Wisp, despite the name, the Wisp are not singular creatures when revolving around the true Fae. Rather, there's an interesting term. Will the Wisp in Sanskrit is Pisaka. So like Pisaka are like, I guess, just like float around Fae. It's pretty neat. Despite the name, the Wisp are not a singular creatures when revolving around the true Fae. Rather, they are a group of minions or servants that are relevant to the title that made them. They are considered less than automatons by true Fae. Ugh, that's so rude. Like, well, the Wisps, as far as I understand, they're actually not unintelligent, so you shouldn't be thinking of them as automatons. like my understanding. I have the ability to be wrong about that sort of thing, but still. They're considered less than autonomous by other troupe and are used to usually to maintain and or defend a given gentry's domain from invasion. Rumor has it that when the world was close to fairy, the others visited humans in wisp form. There were house elves and hearth gods, anyone that they favored, and monsters forever they hated. Wisps are strong in numbers. Enemies must kill every wisp in a pack to destroy the bonded title. And I'm going to wrap it up for there. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe.